So now I've been peeping all of this amplified racism and all of these amplified racism subjects and stuff coming up. After all these years, and we just went about 3 decades where there was minimum racism, not that much racism. Everybody, you know, it ain't that much racism when you see about 70% of Americans, all races, all nationalities, interacting in the workplace, sports, television, and that's where we was in 2019. So what is the 1619 project, 1619 movement, a 1619 mindset? What is it? And why is this an issue? And why is not an issue? Why is this a subject matter? I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so for about a year, I just been noticing that the liberals, even white liberals, attacking white nationalists, and basically, what the 1619 movement is doing is, you got it's basically the Democrats and the liberals back in the 1619 movement. Why? I'm gonna explain that in a minute. How why it's working? I'm gonna explain that in a minute. But let me sit down on the floor. I like sitting on the floor. The 1619 project basically means this. Okay, it's the liberals attacking white nationalists, and they're attacking white nationalists for the sole fact to destroy America. This ain't even got nothing to do with racism. This don't got nothing to do with black, white, equality. This don't got nothing to do with it. Nothing. Zero. Zip. This is just about destroying America, and they want to say that white nationalism is the cause, is the reason why Black America is in poverty and all of this, and that is all a lie. And the 1619 project is try to make white people feel guilty and make black people feel like victims. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Excuse me, you see me just spit saying that shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Who's a victim? Not me. I ain't no victim. I ain't a victim of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I live my life. I have the equal amount of white people against me, equal amount of white people on my side. So that's just life, and that's the same percentage with the black people. I have an equal amount of black people on my side, an equal amount of black people against me. Life is life. So the 1619 project is basically a Marxist portfolio project. Basically, they're using this 1619 project to link all the widow groups together and force a movement to destroy America. How they doing it is simple. They started this project probably over 20 years ago, because I remember looking at my daughter homework, and I'm telling my daughter, I gotta start teaching you, because this is not even schoolwork. They teaching her about the Green Deal when she was 7 years old. My daughter's 25 now. They was teaching her about sexual equality and all of this stupid stuff, trying to confuse them back when she was in 6th or 7th grade. So what they was basically trying to do is confuse the kids, because they know that, as you growing up, when you learn things, you wonder. So if they put all these questions in your head, you would think you fall under these categories when you go and do, any kind of mental distress. You know what I mean? You would be thinking like, well, I'm just saying, for a girl, I'm not getting guys. Well, maybe I'm gay. And if you're a guy, you might think, I'm not getting girls. Well, maybe I'm weird. I'm different. So they created these different categories, and that's what that's about. And then how in the Green New Deal, they basically throwing that all in there. They throwing that all in there, talking about the planet is going to be destroyed in this amount of years, and act like the weather systems haven't been changing as long as we've been in America. As long as people been in America, every 100 years the weather go through different cycles. You can do your research for the last 200 years. Notice that the weather totally switched. So now all of that global warming shit, bullshit. Now the Green Deal, we could be slowly progressing to safer energy, cleaner energy. I agree, but the Green Deal is bullshit. I ain't gonna get into the facts of the Green Deal. I'm gonna stick to this 1619 project and how it's a wicked, satanic, Marxist one world order movement, and I don't appreciate them attacking the white people like that, and I don't think that's fair at all. I don't think it's fair at all. And so now what they trying to do is basically say that in 1619, when slavery started, which slavery is a whole bunch of it wasn't even slavery. That's for one thing. The first people that came to Jamestown was working at doing servitude. And when they was working doing servitude, it was whites and it was black. And the deal was they worked 7 years, right? And then they get 40 acres in the mule. So that's why you hear a lot of people talk about 40 acres in the mule. So when you hear the 1619 project, you're gonna also hear them throw out Beacon's Revolution, which I don't know the exact year that Beacon Revolution, but it was around the time of the ending, not the end of the slave trade, like when the slave trade was like, basically about to happen. Now, what they leaving out in the 1619 project is the fact that the first slaves that came to America was actually captured, was going to work servitude to get 40 acres of the mule, and the ship was captured by pirates. And when the pirates took the ship, it was prisoners on there going to work labor. So the pirates, being businessmen, took those people to another land and they sold those people, which was wrong. But though that was what was on the ship that they hijacked or they stole. So those was the first slaves. Now anyway, back to the 1619 project. Go to Beacon's Revolution. Beacon's Revolution was about the people that was working servitude, who was white and black. They was working servitude, and they didn't get their 40 acres in a mule. And England and Spain or whatever country that was running Jamestown or whatever town this took place in was basically trying to extend servitude to 9 years. So Beacon had a revolution. And when Beacon had a revolution, it was about the 40 acres in the mule and the people getting their land and getting paid for their servitude. And if the 1619 project is official in the fact, why they not mentioning Beacon's Revolution, and why they not mentioning the fact that the first slaves were not slaves, they was working servitude. And two, Spain brought in cheaper labor. They forced the whole America for labor to look for not servitude but slaves, because they was using prisoners of war as slaves. So now that's how the whole slavery thing take place. And the reason why I'm bringing up Beacon's Revolution and giving you this history, because in this day, in this time, right, there was free black people, and it was people that was working servitude for their 40 acres and a mule. Now, all of that went sour. All of that went sour for the 40 acres and a mule, and then the racism started. And then when the racism started against black people, it was against people that was formerly working servitude 20 to 30 years peacefully. It was no slavery. Then 40 years later, we got slaves, and the slaves is only there because the work market demanded it. It's just like today when we live in America, and the liberals want to bring in cheap labor to take our jobs. If they bring in cheap labor, it forces the people that's working to work at a worse condition. So now, if you was a person that owned it, all this land and cotton fields and wheat fields, you can't afford to hire people because your competition is using slaves. You understand what I'm saying? So now you have to hire slaves or buy slaves to work on your land in order to make your own products and whatever merchandise or booty you selling sell for a profitable rate. So that's what that was all about. And if they doing the 1619 project and they want to say that, they have to incorporate that. And then they don't want to tell you that, not up into the 1900s, a majority of the state senators and lawmakers were black men. They don't want to tell you that. They don't. The 1619 project is just a whole bunch of Marxist rhetoric sold to a couple of black people for fame. Black people like fame. So you know, the black people gonna run with this doctrine and they're gonna say, oh yeah, this and that and this and that, because they're gonna get a little fame for it. Like the people that's behind Black Lives Matter and all of them, that's all false. So now back to this 1619 project. So all of that bullshit they telling you is bullshit. And they left this out of history. We're going to rewrite history. The only reason they want to rewrite history is to destroy the present America. Now, far as, we're going to fast forward up today because I know I was went back. As far as today, that's totally false. You understand what I mean? What they saying about the white people and the black people. And the black people is impoverished because of slavery. This is the land of motherfucking opportunity. Why you think everybody in the world want to move here? Because the opportunity is so great. And nowhere you can go in the world, the opportunity is this great. Now, racism is this, is prejudice and racism. They're two different things. And now people try to treat them as if they're one. They're related, yes, but they're two different things. Now, what we dealing with is this, right? We at the beginning of the video I was telling you about we in the last, going back into before 2018, we was living in America that grew to love each other no matter what race you were. And now that irks people. And actually, for me being a black person, I think the war against white America is really a war against black America. And a war against white America is because the white America let up and we have opportunity in this land, which we all built. And we actually, since 2018, the opportunity has grew and risen for us. So now these people want to destroy, the liberals want to destroy America. They want to bring in all these immigrants and they want to take away the opportunity for us. You understand what I mean? At the same time, they want white America to feel like victims. Victims of what? Victims of what? And let me just tell y'all, white America, black America is not jealous of y'all. Y'all in y'all position, we in our position. Now, as far as black America not having no opportunity, that's false, because I'm kind of older, and I can look at, it's more black millionaires and billionaires in America than any time in American history. We black people is making a lot of money. They spend the money and they don't save the money and they don't invest the money wisely. But black America been making a lot of money. The thing that black America should focus on, because this is the land of opportunity, and the opportunity is here. I can explain to you. You can play a sport. You can get on YouTube and you can make your millions there. You can get into entertainment. You can get into anything. You can make a product. You can stay independent. You can sign deals. This is a land of opportunity. And I'm watching my brothers and sisters over the last 20 years excel. I don't see no decline. I don't see white America trying to stop black America. I see white America, especially the nationalists, minding their damn business and worrying about their family and their goals and what they want to achieve. And that's a place where we trying to get. And those people are not in our way. And no way. And no way. So if you go back 60 years back, this opportunity was not for black America. So we're in a better position today than we was in any other time in history. And now we have a bunch of Marxist liberals trying to destroy America now. They want to destroy America because they want to destroy the black opportunity. And at the same time, they want to destroy white America because white America is being feared. So all these hypocrite black women sitting up on there, they are scorned women. They was taught this doctrine, and they just full of hate. And one thing the liberals know this. This is the biggest liberal trick, y'all. The biggest liberal trick is they notice that the black woman is effective against the white man. So now the liberals' plan is to use to prop up all of these black women with their attitude and they diehard attitude for their cause, and they and all the world and who the world look at as a victim and who always play the victim. They want them to be their talking speech against white America. So you're gonna see these black women, older women talking all of this pro. Uh, this they talking to pro racism, but they just using clever words in this attack against white America. So that's actually white liberals and white liberal women are fueling black women as they talking points to speak up because they notice how effective they are against a white man. And I'm just exposing it. That shit is some bullshit. And anybody that don't realize it, listen to what I'm saying and wake up. Project 1619 is a project to destroy America. And it's actually, and when they just trying to destroy America, they ain't really trying to destroy white America. They're really trying to destroy black America. So all you black Americans, Negro Americans that's taking place, that's participating in this 1619 mind frame, mindset, all you that's teaching it in schools, trying to putting this poison upon your children, making them try to rewrite American history, is to destroy black America and to destroy white America. That's what's going on.